We're back to discuss Saw, Jigsaw, in fact. And if you saw our review, we both panned the movie. So there's like a couple of different audiences or a couple of different things that people go to these movies for. They go to see something scary and thrilling. They go to see the clever traps that the franchise is known for. They go to see Tobin Bell because he's awesome as Jigsaw. And they go to see the interesting twists and turns of the stories and the characters and all that kind of stuff. There's always some insane twist at the end of the movies. So we have insane twist, and we have Tobin Bell. We have Tobin Bell due to a flashback, and we have insane twist. Unfortunately, that insane twist kind of either negates what happens in the other movies or makes no sense. Because half of this movie is set before the first Saw, and that's the part that Tobin Bell is in because he was still alive then, and his apprentice is the guy who turns out to be the copycat or the new Jigsaw or whatever you want to call it. And they basically show that the way that he became Jigsaw was he knows how to edit audio files. So he can edit Jigsaw's voice to say things that it couldn't say. That he's not saying in his original voice. It's stupid.
It's so stupid.
It's stupid.
My biggest problem is Saw 1. I watched Saw 1 the other night in preparation for this.
Oh man, that's a mistake. Why watch a great one before the new one?
It was so brilliant in its pacing. The twist that Jigsaw was there the entire time. It was brilliant. And this movie, it tries to get by on eye-popping traps, but the traps are so basic and not interesting at all.
They don't build anything around the traps. They literally just stick someone next to a trap and they say, the way to undo this trap is to press this button. And the person's like, no, I won't push the button. I won't do it. I was waiting for the credits to roll for it to just have everyone in the cast just be Dumbass 1, Dumbass 2, Dumbass 3, Dumbass 4. Everybody that's in the puzzle is stupid. And there's been other Saw movies that have been like that. I want to say 4, 3, somewhere in there. The one where they're all in the house.
And number 2, they're all in the house.
Number 2. Okay. Those characters all sucked. These characters all suck. We get to know the people in number 2 better than these, but all of these people suck.
Yeah, number 2, you find out that Jigsaw has an apprentice. That was the beauty of this one. This one, they're like, oh, well, this guy's the original apprentice. He's the one that taught Jigsaw to go for justice. But Jigsaw was never going for justice. What Jigsaw originally was going for was so that people would appreciate life more. So again, it's trying to rewrite the mythos of Jigsaw.
It is and it isn't, because by the end of the whole franchise, the mythos was already so screwed up that there was really no going back. They could have used this opportunity to simplify it back down to the way it was in the first Saw. General audiences may not have liked that.
Yeah.
They may not have liked a slower pace. They may not have liked the whole, 2 men in a room in a story that's interesting happening. But half of the movie is the chambers, and everyone in there is a dumbass. And the other half is the detectives and the coroners and the whatevers. And all of them are given red herring directives. Every one of them is set up to be possibly Jigsaw. Mm-hmm. The assistant, is building traps in her spare time for no reason. The detective is set up as Jigsaw because he wants all of these things and he has all these motives to do all of it. Like, they don't really give the guy that turns out to be Jigsaw a whole lot of pushes in that direction. Like, some of the people act like maybe it's him, or that maybe he's helping the assistant do it.
Mm-hmm.
And the only other one is the, like, black detective guy who turns out to be part of IA that's going after
the detective.
The detective who's dirty and is like, the whole point of this thing is getting revenge on him.
Oh, yeah, which is great because in the same scene that he is getting vengeance on the detective, he is saying that this isn't about revenge or vengeance.
Well, they're flashing back to him and Jigsaw talking about how, it's never about revenge. It should never be about rage or vengeance.
And you find out this entire movie's been about rage and vengeance, and just it was so bad. And
that guy, I don't know where I've seen him before. The doctor that was the original apprentice or whatever.
He looked like the guy from the show The Glades.
I haven't seen that, but I've seen that actor before in some other things, and he is. He immediately struck me in the movie as this is a character actor that they would bet multiple movies on. Like, this guy, I could see that guy being the one that it could be. They pushed way too hard on the assistant. I knew it wasn't going to be her. The detective didn't have enough development for it to be him.
The movie pushed so hard for us to not think it was him that it had to be him.
Right. Yeah, it just so overcompensated with the other characters.
And it just openly fed you information that was like, oh, it's not him. It's not him, and it's clearly him.
It's the whole thing is just dumbed down so that anybody can walk in and understand what's going on with the story. It's like the cliche of, like, the elderly couple sitting behind you going, who is that? What just happened? This movie answers all those questions all the time.
I can't tell you the name of one character.
Yeah, I remember a few characters, like...
I think the detective's name was Halloran.
The detective was Halloran. Ryan was the guy that got his leg pulled apart. Mitch was the guy that went through the thing that they did not explain at all, how it worked or what it did.
Oh, yeah. That was their grab at, oh, this is going to be cool. It wasn't.
It wasn't, because no one talked about what it was or how it worked. It was just like this big, weird, rotating blade thing. And I only remember his name because I was like, Unleash the Fury, Mitch. Yeah.
There are better movies.
There's better movies, and they squandered an opportunity because, 10 years is enough time to have passed to start this over again. Tying it back to Tobin Bell, I think, is the right thing to do. I think it's a good approach. But it should have been a copycat killer. It should have been someone we never saw coming. They should have spent more time on the story and less on trying to build visual effects that were interesting. And they even they set up the freaking laser cutters. Yeah. They used the laser cutters to cut that, like, box off the Buckethead guy.
Yeah.
They have him, like, in the coroner's room. I'm like, what the hell is that? And why do coroners have them? Why do they have these little, like pen-sized welding torches? It doesn't make any sense. And it's like, oh, yeah, if you put them in an array around someone's head, you can kill them in this really cool way.
What I just don't understand is, at the end of the 7th movie, the final Saw, they reveal that there are like 12 apprentices.
Mm-hmm.
Why could they not have taken one of them and just started from there?
Probably because whoever signed up to play the son of Jigsaw, or whatever you want to call this character that's taking on the mantle or whatever, probably was made to sign some kind of multi-picture deal.
Mm-hmm.
And I doubt any of the others would have done that. Certainly not Cary Elwes.
He would have been the best option.
He would have been. But
it's just so bad. I'm so disappointed.
But they did not.
It
Bringing him back was great.
It was not so awesome.
What was it, the 7th movie or whatever?
Yeah.
Where he just like shows up again and
you find out that he's been an apprentice the entire time. Yeah.
Which kind of makes the first movie ridiculous, but whatever.
Well, he doesn't become an apprentice.
He becomes
until,
one after.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 is when he puts the key in the guy's eye in number 2.
Yeah.
So.
Jigsaw.
Not so awesome.
No, it's really not. Yeah, I want to say all the good things were in the trailer. All the good, like, PG-13 things were in the trailer. Like, I don't know, there was some, like, gory shit that happened in the movie. Probably the goriest thing in the whole movie is when they show that guy's head cut in half.
When he becomes a Demogorgon from Stranger Things?
No, the Buckethead guy when they're doing the autopsy on him.
Oh.
I think that's grosser. The other thing just looks like CGI muck.
I took it as a send up to Stranger Things.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, I think we've jigsawed this far enough. If you like when we do these, please like the video, subscribe. Check out alternate video reviews over at dalemaxfield.com, and thanks for watching.